Hello students, we were studying the poem To His Coy Mistress written by Marwell, which is a metaphysical poetry. We had studied half of the poetry. Now we will study the remaining part of the poem. Let us begin with the poem. The beauty shall no more be found, nor in thy marble vault shall sound my echoing song. Then worms shall try that long preserved virginity, and your quaint honor turn to dust, and into ashes all my lust. The grave's a fine and private place, but none, I think, do there embrace. The beauty shall no more be found. Earlier, the poet expresses the idea that the lover is trying to woo her beloved, to make love relationship, and he says that if they would have lots of time, he would have adored her beauty, and he would have spent lots of time in wooing her beloved. But there was a short period of time, as the time is flying on the wings. So he says that thy beauty shall no more be found. Your the days of the beauty passed will pass very quickly as the time passes on. The youth passes too very quickly. So he says that her beauty in her youth will pass very quickly with the passage of time, and very quickly she will become old. So he says that thy beauty shall no more be found. After some time you will not remain beautiful, nor in thy marble vault shall sound my echoing song. And as I am trying to woo you, when you will be in the grave after your death, after some time, after 30, 40, 50 years, then when you will die in your old age, you will be engraved, and in your grave my song will not reach there. Then worms shall try that long preserved virginity, and then the worms, the small insects, will eat your body, and they will also, there you will lose your virginity, as the small insects will eat your every part of your body, so you will also lose your virginity in the grave, and your quaint honor turn to dust. And as you are showing the honor on your beauty, then you will turn into the dust, and into ashes all my lust. And when you will become old, I will too become old, so my lust will also turn into the ashes when I will die in the old age. The grave is a finer and private place, but none, I think, do there embrace. He says that the lonely place is required in order to make love, but when they will move into the grave after their death, the grave is a quite private place, but no one can embrace each other in the grave. Nobody is able to love and hug each other in the grave. So he says, he want to say here that this is the right time to make love with each other. Now therefore, while the youthful hue sits on thy skin like morning dew, and while thy willing soul transpires at every pore with instant fires, now let us spot us while we may, and now like amorous birds of prey, rather at wounds over time devour than languish in his slow chabbed power. Now therefore, he says, therefore, as the time is flying very quickly, and it is not too far when we would uh, turn into old and we will die. So therefore, while the youth hue sits on thy skin like morning dew, as your skin is very glowful in your youth, it shines like the morning drops. So in your youth, as you are very young, and while thy willing soul transpires at every pore with intense fires, and your soul is full of the fire, enthusiasm, and when there is an energy in your youth, now let us spot us while we may. So now let us make love with each other, and now like amorous birds of prey, he urges to her beloved to make love relationship like the birds of prey who are very enthusiastic and energetic, rather at once over time devour than languish in his low chapped power. He says that we should make love relationship before the time has the time will spend very quickly. Let us roll all our strength and all our sweetness up into one ball, and tear our pleasure with rough strife through the iron gates of life. Thus through we cannot make our sun stand still, yet we will make him run. So here he says that let us roll all our strength and all our sweetness up into one ball. So he says that in order to make love, let us engage our all strength and our all our sweetness, and tear our pleasures with rough strife through the iron gates of life. And he says that after some time we will pass from this life to another life. Thus, though we cannot make our sun stand still, we cannot stop the time. Here, the sun refers to the time. So, he says that we are not able to stop the time, yet we will make him run. As the time is running, but we can utilize the time which we have